would be cool, and that would, I think, out of all of those IPs, make the most sense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, all right. And last but certainly not least, in our ongoing coverage of YouTube DMCA idiocy, Fox Studios has used a clip from the YouTube user Switched in an episode of Family Guy this week. The footage is from the game Double Dribble for the NES and shows a glitched three-point shot that never misses. Given Fox's tendency to go after anyone who uses their footage, this is already rather suspect. But wait. Because after the episode aired, they filed a complaint to have the original video taken down, saying it infringes on their copyrights. The video was taken down.
What?
Yep.
This is bullshit.
Yep. This is the most egregious version of this, and this is exactly what all of the YouTube content creators who have been on this where's the fair use thing have been going insane about. Like, the fact that more people haven't been talking about this is crazy, because essentially Fox takes
player haters.
Takes the video from YouTube,
yes,
puts it on one of their shows,
yes,
broadcasts the show,
yes,
and then afterwards issues the takedown notice on the original video
because that's in our show.
Because it's in their show, but the thing
took it first.
Yes,
correct.
And this exposes the gigantic loophole that exists, and the double standard that exists, because content creators that make stuff for YouTube and post stuff to YouTube, they have to, we have to jump through hoops to be able to prove fair use, whereas the companies who quote-unquote supposedly own the content, which in this case they don't even own the content, they don't have to jump through the same hoops, nor are they going to be punished. No. That's the thing that really drives me fucking crazy, is that, you know what, YouTube and Google may come out and make the situation good and restore the original YouTube video.
Let's hope so.
But there will never, ever be a penalty that comes from YouTube to Fox to be able to say, this is shit you can't do. It would take a significant penalty to make and compel Fox or any other kind of, trademark holder to, nothing. There's like, you would have to levy a gigantic fine or threaten their business to be able to make them take this issue seriously. And why this is dangerous is because it sets an extremely dangerous precedent for other broadcasters, other media entities to want to claim a piece of media for themselves, take it without asking, use it in their content, and then just basically do a reverse.
Yeah, you said, Nate, that this is one of the reasons that all these people have been fighting the fair use battle, is this is like a worst case scenario, but it's even exponential from here, because we're all sitting here like, if they could do something like this, like it's hit that point, and now it looks even worse, because if it does set a precedent, yeah, left and right, hey, look, that video is getting millions and millions of hits. Let's throw it into one of our fucking episodes and then claim it as our own.
But here's the thing, and some people are saying even in the chat, like, it's already back up on YouTube. Good. That's beside the point. That's beside the point. Because again, Google comes out, makes the situation okay, fine, whatever, but they're not meaningfully addressing why this is fucked up and why this is a problem in the first place.
You have to remember that in some cases it might just be a takedown, okay? But in other cases, Fox or whatever fucking company decides to do this fucking terrible, terrible shit could be getting paid for days at a time for what's there by saying, oh, there's something in there for ours. It goes in that limbo state where they're actually getting the money off of it. And even at the end, if it does get restored back to the original owner, the money that Fox made off of that is nothing to them, but it could be the entire fucking livelihood of the person who now isn't getting paid for those few days.
Yes, and that's exactly it. And that, the consequence for a company, issuing a false claim or even straight up stealing a piece of content like this, there is virtually no consequence for them. Mm-hmm. But the consequence for someone like us, where we're just trying to scrape by on Patreon money and what few sponsorships that we can grab at, like having an entire video's worth of monetization get taken out of your that's
your
insane.
Income. Yeah, your budget.
What this is going to take eventually is for a legion of YouTube content creators to file a class action lawsuit of some kind against a company that is egregious about doing this.
Or leave.
That's what I was going to say, Woody, is that I think it's going to take a lot of I think for Google to want to address it, it's going to have to affect their business.
Yep.
And I don't think it does right now. It's safer for them to enforce the DMCA takedown.
It's not even a matter of leaving, because let's say you take like the top 5 YouTube earners, right? If they all decide, you know what, that's it, wiping our hands, we're stepping away, all the videos that are already up there are still going to be making money. They would actually have to take all their shit down as well.
Well, I mean, if you delete your account, it takes all the videos down, right?
That's monumental, though. Like, could you imagine if someone like Markiplier decided I'm stepping away and he deleted everything? I mean, granted, he probably already has enough money in the bank.
Would it mean anything to YouTube? Would it mean anything to YouTube? Would it mean anything to Google? I don't think it would.
It would take a few of those people.
You'd have to make a pretty big dent in it.
No, but I mean Markiplier would be a sizable dent.
Yeah, I
mean, take the top like
13 million
20
people.
If the top 20 people did it,
Yeah.
I feel like something would happen.
Yeah, but good luck getting all of those people who are making a fortune doing what they love. As annoying as all this DMCA stuff is, it would still be a risk on their part
it would have to
for them
be
all
like,
to step away.
It's going to take.
They would have to be okay with the possibility that doing this isn't going to work, and now you're just fucked.
It's going to take another company or another website coming up that is competition to YouTube.
Yeah.
So people will have to have an alternative, somewhere else they could go to do what they do.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, though, is that, you've got people...
Wait, is this true? Eismager in the chat is saying at least they changed the ad revenue thing to where it's a holding account now until the DMC is handled instead of giving the money to the copyright claimer.
Yes, I do remember that they did make that change.
That is out.
And then I assume at the end, whoever the proper person is, the money goes to?
It's until they figure out, they make a ruling in that case.
Well, that's good, at least.
But I mean, that's only monetization, and if you've got a content creator who you've got matched content there, and the creator says I just want it taken down blanketly, then there's nothing that there's very little that you can do outside of petitioning YouTube directly, and even then, we've gone over that. That was, it doesn't exactly have 100%, success rate there.
Yeah.
So,
we actually have a comment from Fox regarding this situation.
We're just trying to be funny, but I guess it just wasn't as funny as we thought it was.
That's correct, Fox. It wasn't that funny.
No, it's not funny. It's pretty stupid. We talked about Lyric's comments about younger streamers and looking for support and wanting to support the little guys and all of that shit. And I mean the part of his statements last week that I think that we agreed with is that there are some people who come to the platform of game streaming or just streaming in general to make a quick buck. And I think everyone who does this on any kind of enthusiasm level kind of looks at that and goes, ugh, and that isn't incorrect. I think all of us kind of have that reaction sometimes. And, it's shit like this that really makes me, that really makes me go like, fuck, us as content creators really have a challenging environment to navigate at the moment, with the confusion and the non-clarity of of things like fair use. I mean, it really is gonna. I think it's gonna take some kind of legal effort and a court battle to talk about copyright, to talk about fair use, to talk about, But
even then, like that court battle, it's not going to be fucking pretty.
Oh God, no!
Because it's the little guys versus the fucking
it really
titans, and they could just bury you in so much bullshit.
Yeah,
that even the first fucking 10 of them that try to happen, like it's.
That's like I said, I think it's going to take a lot of content creators doing a class action type thing. It's going to take something on that level to get attention to this, to get people behind them enough to be able to battle the big people.
Yeah. I mean, I just... You know, the people, and again, the people who are here just to make a buck, I think that is very transparent when you interact with their channel, when you interact with their product. And I think that those people, in the end, don't end up gaining a lot of traction. It's, it's the people who are here for enthusiasm that do end up organically gaining the traction. And I mean, nobody's saying, look, dude, be the KLF. Nobody's saying, like, go out and with all of the money that you make doing this, fucking burn it and videotape it. Like, nobody's asking you to do that. That's fucking crazy and radical. This is a platform where you should be allowed to monetize your content, and you should be able to have some kind of control over that monetization. And like that's I think that's an important part of the platform. And saying, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing, and the DMCA complicates it even more. Just complicates it even more.
Yeah.
So.